Welcome to an exciting journey into the realm of cryptocurrency mining, where computers work tirelessly to unlock the treasures of the digital world, offering you a chance to be part of a revolutionary financial landscape. What is Bitcoin mining? Bitcoin mining is the process by which new Bitcoins are entered into circulation. It is also the way the network confirms new transactions and is a critical component of the blockchain ledger's maintenance and development. Mining is performed using sophisticated hardware that solves an extremely complex computational math problem. The first computer to find the solution to the problem receives the next block of Bitcoins, and the process begins again. Cryptocurrency mining is painstaking, costly, and only sporadically rewarding. Nonetheless, mining has a magnetic appeal for many investors who are interested in cryptocurrency because of the fact that miners receive rewards for their work with crypto tokens. This may be because entrepreneurial types see mining as pennies from heaven, like California gold prospectors in 1849. And if you are technologically inclined, why not do it? The Bitcoin reward that miners receive is an incentive that motivates people to assist in the primary purpose of mining, to legitimize and monitor Bitcoin transactions, ensuring their validity. Because many users all over the world share these responsibilities, Bitcoin is a decentralized cryptocurrency, or one that does not rely on any central authority like a central bank or government to oversee its regulation. However, before you invest the time and equipment, read this explainer to see whether mining is really for you. Blockchain mining is a metaphor for the computational work that nodes in a network undertake in hopes of earning new tokens. In reality, miners are essentially getting paid for their work as auditors. They are doing the work of verifying the legitimacy of Bitcoin transactions. This convention is meant to keep Bitcoin users honest and was conceived by Bitcoin's founder, Satoshi Nakamoto. By verifying transactions, miners are helping to prevent the double spending problem. Double spending is a scenario in which a Bitcoin owner illicitly spends the same Bitcoin twice. With physical currency, this isn't an issue. When you hand someone a $20 bill to buy a bottle of vodka, you no longer have it, so there's no danger you could use that same $20 bill to buy lotto tickets next door. Though counterfeit cash is possible, it is not exactly the same as literally spending the same dollar twice. With digital currency, however, as the Investopedia dictionary explains, there is a risk that the holder could make a copy of the digital token and send it to a merchant or another party while retaining the original. Why mine Bitcoin? In addition to lining the pockets of miners and supporting the Bitcoin ecosystem, mining serves another vital purpose. It is the only way to release new cryptocurrency into circulation. In other words, miners are basically minting currency. For example, as of March 2022, there were just under 19 million Bitcoins in circulation, out of a total of 21 million. Aside from the coins minted via the Genesis block, the very first block, which founder Satoshi Nakamoto created, every single one of those Bitcoins came into being because of miners. In the absence of miners, Bitcoin as a network would still exist and be usable, but there would never be any additional Bitcoin. However, because the rate of Bitcoin mined is reduced over time, the final Bitcoin won't be circulated until around the year 2140. This does not mean that transactions will cease to be verified. Miners will continue to verify transactions and will be paid fees for doing so in order to keep the integrity of Bitcoin's network. How much a miner earns? The rewards for Bitcoin mining are reduced by half roughly every 4 years. When Bitcoin was first mined in 2009, mining one block would earn you 50 BTC. In 2012, this was halved to 25 BTC. By 2016, this was halved again to 12 BTC. On May 11, 2020, the reward halved again to 6 BTC. To keep track of precisely when these halvings will occur, you can consult the Bitcoin clock, which updates this information in real time. Interestingly, the market price of Bitcoin has, throughout its history, tended to correspond closely to the reduction of new coins entered into circulation. This lowering inflation rate increased scarcity, and historically, the price has risen with it. What you need to mine Bitcoins. Although individuals were able to compete for blocks with a regular at-home personal computer early on in Bitcoin's history, this is no longer the case. The reason for this is that the difficulty of mining Bitcoin changes over time. In order to ensure the blockchain functions smoothly and can process and verify transactions, The Bitcoin network aims to have one block produced every 10 minutes or so. However, if there are 1 million mining rigs competing to solve the hash problem, they'll likely reach a solution faster than a scenario in which 10 mining rigs are working on the same problem. For that reason, Bitcoin is designed to evaluate and adjust the difficulty of mining every 2016 blocks, or roughly every 2 weeks. When there is more computing power collectively working to mine for Bitcoins, the difficulty level of mining increases in order to keep block production at a stable rate. Less computing power means the difficulty level decreases. At today's network size, a personal computer mining for Bitcoin will almost certainly find nothing. Mining hardware. All of this is to say that, in order to mine competitively, miners must now invest in powerful computer equipment like a graphics processing unit or, more realistically, an application-specific integrated circuit. These can run from $500 into the tens of thousands of dollars. Some miners, particularly Ethereum miners, buy individual graphics cards as a low-cost way to cobble together mining operations. Today, Bitcoin mining hardware is almost entirely made up of ASIC machines, which in this case specifically do one thing and one thing only: mine for Bitcoins. Today's ASICs are many orders of magnitude more powerful than CPUs or GPUs and gain both more hashing power and energy efficiency every few months as new chips are developed and deployed. An analogy. Say, I tell 3 friends that I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100, and I write that number on a piece of paper and seal it in an envelope. My friends don't have to guess the exact number. They just have to be the first person to guess any number that is less than or equal to it. And there is no limit to how many guesses they get. In Bitcoin terms, simultaneous answers occur frequently. But at the end of the day, there can only be one winning answer. When multiple simultaneous answers are presented that are equal to or less than the target number, the Bitcoin network will decide by a simple majority, 51%, which miner to honor. Typically, it is the miner who has done the most work, or, in other words, the one that verifies the most transactions. The losing block then becomes an orphan block. Orphan blocks are those that are not added to the blockchain. Miners who successfully solve the hash problem but haven't verified the most transactions are not rewarded with Bitcoin. How do I guess at the target hash? All target hashes begin with a string of leading zeros. There is no minimum target, but there is a maximum target set by the Bitcoin protocol. No target can be greater than this number. To find such a hash value, you have to get a fast mining rig, or more realistically, join a mining pool, a group of coin miners who combine their computing power and split the mined Bitcoin. Mining pools are comparable to Powerball clubs whose members buy lottery tickets at mass and agree to share any winnings. A disproportionately large number of blocks are mined by pools rather than by individual miners. A pickaxe strategy for Bitcoin mining. As mentioned above, the easiest way to acquire Bitcoin is to simply buy it on one of the many Bitcoin exchanges. Alternately, you can always leverage the pickaxe strategy. This is based on the old saw that during the 1849 California gold rush, the smart investment was not to pan for gold, but rather to make the pickaxes used for mining. To put it in modern terms, invest in the companies that manufacture those pickaxes. In a cryptocurrency context, the pickaxe equivalent would be a company that manufactures equipment used for Bitcoin mining. You may consider looking into companies that make ASIC equipment or GPUs instead, for example. Downsides of mining. The risks of mining are often financial and regulatory. As aforementioned, Bitcoin mining and mining in general is a financial risk because one could go through all the effort of purchasing hundreds or thousands of dollars worth of mining equipment only to have no return on their investment. That said, this risk can be mitigated by joining mining pools. If you are considering mining and live in an area where it is prohibited, you should reconsider. It may also be a good idea to research your country's regulation and overall sentiment toward cryptocurrency before investing in mining equipment. One additional potential risk from the growth of Bitcoin mining, and other crypto systems as well, is the increasing energy usage required by the computer systems running the mining algorithms. Though microchip efficiency has increased dramatically for ASIC chips, the growth of the network itself is outpacing technological progress. As a result, there are concerns about Bitcoin mining's environmental impact and carbon footprint. As we conclude this exploration of cryptocurrency mining's transformative power, remember that with the right tools and knowledge, you can harness the potential of digital currencies and pave the way for a brighter financial future.